Hey, what's going on, guys? What's going on? Welcome to the TNA Wrestling News. Yo, guys, last week, I ain't gonna say last week because today's Tuesday, but Monday, um, I meant to do this and I ain't had time. So, I'm sorry a little late with this one because so much was going on. There was too much traffic this weekend anyway, dealing with sports and everything. But anyway, moving right along. Slammiversy, guys. Even though they didn't promote it the way they normally do, it still was a good pay-per-view. I enjoyed it. And that's very rare. But all the matches, I enjoyed it. Listen, let me break some stuff down to you, and y'all tell me what y'all think. So first thing, we start off with the pre-show, as you like to call it. And we had a couple of matches there. Now, this new kid I kept talking about, Ricky Sosa, he's showing everybody why TNA signed him. The boy is phenomenal. So he had his first match in the pay-per-view, and he fought Eric Young, which is the former two-time world champion. Let me tell you something. This match went back and forth. I always say back and forth, but it did. But Ricky Sosa showed that why TNA made the right decision signing him. So when everybody was worrying about Leon Slater, don't get me wrong, I love Leon Slater. I hope he stays, but I know he's going to leave. You know, losing him is a big thing, but like I said over and over again, you still got two guys on that roster that can fill the shoes. It's BDE and Ricky Sosa. You're going to get a lot for your buck, guys. Trust me when I tell you this. Because this pay-per-view showed a lot. And they started off with those guys. Man, those guys put on a great match. That was the second match on it, but the first one was the ladies triple threat. It was Maya Sade, I remember her, Jakara Jackson, and Lash Slash's old partner in WWE, right? You had Indy Hartwell, and you had Elena Black, which was Cora Jade. Elena Black, they're going to push her the title. Here's my thing. I think Elena Black is going to stick around TNA for a little while. I know she only signed to the end of the year or end of the summer or something like that. But I think she's going to stick around a little longer. Because she's a perfect heel. She could be a champion in that company. That's the person you need to replace Tessa Blanchard. I'm sorry to say that, but as a top heel, they need her. Now, I believe the Diamond Collective, they could be renamed, but I think they need to run with her. She needs to be the new leader. Because here's the thing. I see her being a champion, she's going to put some people on notice, and I think it's her time to shine. They was pushing her to WWE before she got released. They was pushing her to the championship. I believe so. But now's the time to show what she can do. Mark my words. She's going to be a knockout champion, and she's going to be the face of that division. You guys have to watch out for that. Because I'm telling you, this girl is good as she's getting, going to go get better than what she is. You know, and I watched her until she been in TNA, she's holding her own. Hopefully TNA will sign some of the NXT talent that got released, because you need to start over and rebuild young stars. And this is how you do it. Elena Black is one of them. You can rebuild them to be a superstar. She could be a big name, guys. You just have to promote her right. Now, by that being said, the card overall was great to me. I know a lot of people have different opinions, but I feel this great. And I'm not going to go in the order of it, but you'll get the gist of what it is. That Ultimate X, Amazing Red, still can go, guys. I've seen him put on great matches in the past, and he's putting on great matches now. Those guys put it all on the line. The six guys put it all on the line. They put on a hell of a match. You know, it went back and forth, but you know something, at the end of the day, Cedric Alexander managed to escape the title because there was only two people hanging from the top. That Ultimate X. Amazing Red was one, Leon Slater was the other. But Slater was the one that actually got the belt. But what happened was he never touched the ground. So Cedric took the belt from him when he was hanging upside down. And guess what? Cedric is already on the ground, so therefore he's already the X-Division champ, so he retained his title. Kind of odd way to end it, but it was a smart way to end it. And I kind of like that, because that gives it more of a going forward, the test to see what's going to happen. And I said this also in the podcast before, that I think the women needed another title, and now they're getting it. So now moving forward, they've introduced a new title, which is going to be known now as the Knockouts Television Championship, which I said that before. It should be a television championship, because you don't want it to be the X division. You know, like, that women had to have a different title, something they could look and fight for. And I think that was a good idea on TNA's part, and I'm very happy they did that. That was a smart move on TNA. I commend them for that because it was getting no better than that. But it was a smart move, guys. Trust me when I tell you, it was a very, very, very smart move on TNA's part. I hope they push that title because you got a lot of mid-card girls that need a championship around their waist. This is how you develop talent. This is how you develop champions. And this was smart on their part. No doubt. You know what I mean? Now, the ultimate thing with TNA, also story broke too, but before I get back to the rest of the matches, that rumors circulating that all this so-called want to sell the company, and the rumors going around. Apparently TNA came out with a statement saying that all this was false and it wasn't true. But I kind of think it wasn't anyway because it didn't make sense. You got a TV deal, you got this and that. Yes, every company has to do cuts. People paying to do cuts. Oh, they gotta sell the company now because that's every company. They do cuts after a while. When you're not making the same financial money you making, you're gonna cut people. It is what it is. You're gonna let talent go. It is what it is. You're gonna let them walk because this is your high paid salary. If you're not gonna use them, you might as well let them go. This is where I understand that. I understand it deeply. You know what I mean? So they trying to come off the books and save some money, guys. So I understand that they want to make a profit. I ain't mad at them about that. So I just wanted to be clear on that. This is what they expected. They came out and made an issue a statement. They're not going to sell the company. This is what they saying. So I'm glad I hear about that. And I'm glad they're not going to sell the company because I would hate for them to do it because it would really suck if they did. Because you got used to them. You got used to Anthem. You got used to somebody. You know what I mean? It's somebody else will buy the company and then they'll just wreck it. You know what I mean? I don't see no growth in it. You know, you could be a billionaire. If you don't know nothing about wrestling, you buy a company, you don't know what you're doing. The company's going downhill, then you can be like, why did I buy this worthless company? You know what I mean? It is what it is, guys. So, moving down the card, we have a new Knockouts World Champion. Xia Brookside finally got to the mountaintop. Even though WWE, when they turned the heel, they was heading that direction, but it never fruition. Now she got it. And that was a good match too. Those two females put on a great match. And Brookside, I'm happy to see she finally got a championship. It's about time for it. She's due for it. I'm so happy for her. I'm glad that she won the championship. I ain't got a number of praise to say about her. In this aspect now, she brings a different perspective to the women's division. Now they're gonna have to really work hard because she's gonna be one of the most hated heels. If not, she's gonna be one of them being the champion. But I got a funny feeling they're going to circle her around with somebody. I don't know. It could be the Diamond Collective is still out there. I don't know what they're going to do with them too. But I got a funny feeling they might tag it along either with Brookside or Lena Black. Because they're going to form some type of group. And I think that's what's going to happen because they got, they already established themselves as a group. And they don't have no leader no more. So Tessa's not there. So one of the two is going to happen. So, yeah, Xia Brookside, guys, is now your Knockout Women's Champion. Congratulations to her. Well deserved. You had a long career in a short time that you've been wrestling, and you deserved it. And I think it's about time that she got it. You know what I mean, guys? And that's not a bad thing. Now, it was something I wanted to bring up. So now, besides the women, world title, now you got a new Knockouts Tag Team Champions. Rosemary again with Allie. They beat the Elegance brand. That match was crazy from the get-go. But it was good to see Rosemary champion again. I don't know if she ever going to have another run as a Knockouts champion because she's been there for her tenure, been there for so long. But let's see what happens. Because right now she's a tag team champion. I know she's going to enjoy it. They always keep Rosemary in the loop because she's been there so long. They treating her good because, she's the franchise. She's been there so long. So, you got to look out for your people that took care of you, They did everything you asked of them. And it's only right to repay her with a championship. So, congratulations to her and Bunny. Bunny came back and won the championship. But what got me that night, for that, was that 4-way ladder match? Wow. That was deep, guys. That match was so deep. And now, again, the Hardys won the tag team titles, again, for the 5th time. tied the record, I think, with is it Bear Money and somebody else. That was truly, I mean, that match, I didn't think the Hardys still have it, but they still put on good ladder matches. I know they're getting older, but they still doing their thing. But congrats to the Hardys. I think, they on the retirement soon, and they got to win much championship. I think they're going to break that record, though. I think they're going to lose the belt, and they're going to win it one last time just to break the record and be the only tag team to have it 6 times. And I think that's what the Hardys are going with. Now, they also mentioned recently about the Hall of Fame. So, going back to the Ultimate X, when it was over, Kazarian spoke. He broke face for a minute. He broke character. He turned face. Not say babyface. He just broke character. He spoke to Amazing Red, and apparently he informed them that in October, Bound for Glory, he's going into the TNA Hall of Fame. That's well deserved. He deserved to be in the TNA Hall of Fame. He's an OG. He was the one that made the X Division was built on. He's a pioneer. You can't get mad at that. You know what I mean? That was a great pick. That was a great pick, and I'm happy for him. Congratulations, Amazing Red. You deserve it. You know what I mean? A phenomenal career. You're still going, but I mean, just to get enshrined into the TNA Hall of Fame, that means whether you took yourself in a company that wasn't known, and look where you put it. I ain't mad at you for that. Before Santana got into his match, he had to also drop the news to us as well. He dropped the news that he was passionate with the message he gave to show the love. He said, and he was talking about Conan, that he brought them in and showed them the ropes, and now Conan as well in October, along with ODB and Amazing Red. Conan is going into the Hall of Fame, TNA Hall of Fame, and that, for an amazing career, he deserved that, and I'm so happy for him, man. Congratulations, Conan. Listen, I watched you for so many years, and I've seen you got skills, and you put a lot of people up, man. You put a lot of people on. They wouldn't became superstars without you. What you done in AAA was amazing too. So, listen, it's well deserved, brother. You deserve to be in the Hall of Fame. It's your time to shine. It is what it is. Now, for Santana and Nick Nemeth, and I said this in my last podcast. I said, if Santana lose to Nick Nemeth, which is not a bad thing, but I knew somehow, some way, Santana probably is leaving the company. And I think it kind of confused me because he also did an interview prior to that match and said that, well, I know Roman's been speculating, that was his word, that, what's going to happen with him next. And he said he lives for TNA. Kind of confusing because they're saying that, does that mean you staying or that mean you going still? Because see, you make a speech like that, people thinking you're going to stay. But it seems like you're on your way out because you lost the championship. So we have to see how that's going to go, how it's going to plan out. I think he might leave, and I think there's a strong possibility he's going to leave, but I wouldn't be mad at him if he did. I prefer for Santana to stay because you can get him on multiple feuds in TNA. You got to be multiple feuds you could put him in. So let's see, guys. I mean, let's see how that's going to turn out for the most part. Now, TNA, we got to tune in Thursday because now they're going to start this tournament for this championship for the Knockouts Television Champion. So guys, please tune in on AMC on Thursdays at 9. Because let me tell you something, you don't want to miss it. I will do my show, as always, break down the news to you, give you a rundown in case you guys miss it, tell you guys what's going on, what's the deal, what championship been won over, what need to be, what you guys need to know, the info, in my opinion, and my thoughts, in my opinion, my comments, and how I feel about it. And the reality is, I love TNA. I think out of all the podcasts, I think I like doing this one the most. Because it's more fun, it's more down to earth. I get to talk with you guys. For TNA. Oh, and on a lighter note, I want to take time out again and say thank you for you guys subscribing to the channel, and it means a lot. We appreciate it. What you guys showing support. Hopefully it'll continue to grow. I feel we're gonna continue to grow before the year's out. It's gonna go get better and better and better, guys. Like I said, hey, You got me so open doing this podcast. I'm starting to do now. I'm starting to buy more equipment to make it even more better. You know, I mean, catch up with the times. But you know, I'm trying to get me a new microphone and everything. I'm working on it. So I seen the good one I wanted. You know, and it's where you guys can enjoy it, and we can see how, you know, this podcast can get better. Thing is, guys, you know, hopefully at some point I can get a better space. Right now I'm just doing it where I gotta do that. It could be at 2 places. I'm probably gonna do the background. You're gonna see it look different. Sometimes it's 2 different places I'll be at. But that's my problem. I gotta get that together. But in the meantime, I just want to inform you guys on the news that what's going on with TNA this week, Slammiversy. I'm waiting for Thursday so I can see the show. I want to see what is the next thing they're gonna build momentum off of. Hopefully, they can build this thing up. And you know what's coming back, guys? Lockdown. In case if you don't know, that's an old pay-per-view from TNA, and 2 of them. It's Lockdown and it's Destination X is coming. Now, Lockdown, from what I remember, every match is in the steel cage. Every match, don't matter what rivalry, what problem, what issue, say fighting in the steel cage all the way through. I can't wait for that to come up. Destination X, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, has a lot to do with the X Division too also. I can't remember because it's been a long time since I've seen that pay-per-view. Maybe somebody give me a heads up on that because it's been a long time. So I'm not going to speculate what's going on with that. But guys, tune in to that. You know what I mean? Matches are going to start getting better. Meantime, guys, I got other things to do today. Got some other notes I got to drop off. Later on tonight, I got to do another one for something else. But anyway, podcast. But I want to bring you guys the news so you can guys be up to date. So if you miss Slammiversy, please go back and watch it. It's worth it. You know what I mean? I know it's like $40 for some people, but it's worth it. Trust me, I tell you. Because TNA Plus, that's why I watched it at, and I had no issue. So this was a good show. So in the meantime, guys, you guys be easy, be safe. I'll hit y'all up next week. Out, peace.